Okay, let me start the recording. Same meeting ID, I believe he'll join. Yes, I have joined in. You guys can hear me? Yeah, okay, great. Sorry for that goof up. I'm not sure. This is the first time it's getting restarted actually. I mean, it's a bad state. Let me open my, I'm not sure if it's something to do with my VM. Okay, let me share my screen again, sharing it. My VM instance is also shut down, so it's getting up. So, okay, let me put my, okay. There are too many background noise now. Let me mute all. Continue. Okay. Yes. So let's quickly go to the. I don't want to maximize this window. I'm not sure if that is actually creating some sort of an issue. So let me manually maximize this VM of mine. Yeah, I have multiple instances running. That could be one reason. So let's Eclipse. So everyone is fine with the data and fine with how exactly the mapper is executing. Picking up a slice of your data, two slices. One is nothing but year for me, and another one is nothing but. Yes. Okay. So let me, in parallel, show even the data and 1920. So understand, this is the data that is being collected in the year 1920. And okay, so there you go. So I think Ravi has asked, is it, or Punesh? So why exactly 15? This one, this is what I was talking about. So 1920 is my year, and this is my month now. Okay, and this is my date. So that's how exactly it's been picked up, and this data also is picked up. So this particular 006 or 000. Okay, and that's what exactly we are doing over here now. Okay, loading workbench. So that is done. So my intention now would be, you remember how we did the MapReduce programming. So this particular mapper, I'm assuming you guys remember the word count stuff that we did, right? So now what will happen for each and every occurrence of this unique occurrence, right? So 01. So I'll have the entire 01 will be in my key for my sort and shuffle, and entire value is going to come like my key, which is nothing but, let's look it up like this. Okay, so basically how it should go, pick session 6. This is session number 6, right? Or 7. I think it's session 7. All right. So how exactly it should look like? So it should be 19. So this is what I'm picking up, 1920. And I have even 1920 01. Okay, 01. And then my sort and shuffle should be looking like, see, this is the value I'm talking about. So this is the value I'm talking about. So 1920 01 is this one. And I picked up even this one, minus 012. Okay, so that should be like what we said, minus 012, comma, it will be minus 012 again, minus 012, comma, minus 012, comma. So for the entire month of Jan, it's going to keep on repeating this particular value. That's how exactly my sort and shuffle output will look like. Yeah, pretty clear with that concept. You remember exactly we mentioned about sort and shuffle, how exactly sort and shuffle work? Is everyone fine with sort and shuffle? I mean, in case not, I would definitely recommend you to go through the video, yesterday's video once again, and then pick that sort and shuffle concept. Okay. So this is how exactly our sort and shuffle is going to look like. So I have now minus 011. Okay. That value keeps on growing up. And exactly similar ways, I'll have even data for the next month, which will be month of Feb. For the month of Feb also, I'll have exactly the similar kind of a data coming up. Okay. So that's how, so similar wise, how many data I'll have? Till Feb I'll have. Sorry, till December I'm going to have. Right. So final record might be looking like this for me. Right. And with different data. Okay. The data might be entirely changing over here. This might be 13. This might be something like minus, what is that, 23 or whatever. Okay, I'm just cooking up some data. We don't have plan. Yeah, so this is exactly how the data is going to come out of the sort and shuffle process. Okay, for mapper process, how exactly data is going to look like? It's just going to be 19, 20, 01, and then it's minus, it's going to still minus 012. This is all the mapper is going to do, right? And similar case 2012 again minus 01. This keeps on repeating, right? And this will be taken as input by the sort and shuffle, and sort and shuffle creates this output, and this is taken as input by the map reducer. And what I'm going to write over here, this will be taken up by the reducer. Sorry, not the map reducer. This will be taken up by the reducer process, and reducer process very simple. What's going to do? Take the key in, okay, and max of this particular value for me. It's as simple. I mean, I guess someone has, guys, please.
Saji?
Yeah. Tell me.
What is that 192001? That is a byte address?
No. This 1920.001 is nothing but C over here. 1920.001. Right? This is my.
Okay.
This is my year. 1920 is the year, and 01 is my month.
Okay. Date is not included.
No, date is not included. I'm interested in only a temperature, maximum or minimum temperature for a particular month. That's all I'm interested. So that I'll get 12 output out of it. Okay, that's exactly what I'm trying to do. So everyone clear with this? So this is going to be an output. So output of mapper, and this is going to be output of sort and shuffle. And this is how exactly my logic inside my reducer should look like. The key, which is this value, and max of value. So it will just very simple logic. It is going to find out which is the maximum value, and then it's going to come up with the result. Okay. Just give me a second, guys. Yeah, I'm back. Sorry. So this is pretty much clear, right? So then the max of value is what we used over here. So now let's see how exactly the program is written in the reducer part. So I have my mapper, which is max temperature mapper. Okay. So this is max temperature mapper, which you are pretty clear what exactly we did. Right. This chat window is creating issue for me. Okay. So this is what exactly I did. So context.write. So what are the functions containing? Long writable, key, text, and key, context and context. This is my buffer for writing my data out, right? So this is where it comes as input, key. This is my input value, and this is where I'm going to send my output to, context, right? So context is nothing but a buffer for you. So see over here, context.write, new text of year, which is nothing but the 1901. Where is 1901 for us? Which is nothing but 1901. Excuse me. And air temperature, which temperature I picked up. So that's all the logic in the mapper. So this is exactly what is happening here. Okay, Control Z. This is exactly what is happening over here. Writing it over in the buffer. Now, what is the logic for the reducer? What we said, how does the reducer input looks like? this is how the reducer input looks like, right? So this is how the reducer input looks like. So why? So that is why I do have I have an iterable over here. Iterable is nothing but an array kind of a array for you, okay? And that array value, the complete array value, is being stored as a values for you. So basically, this values are nothing but array. So values of 1 is going to give you, where is it now? Yes, here. So value of 1 is going to give you this one, value of 2, value of 3, value of 4, and it will go to the remaining part will be taken up by the Hadoop framework itself. So you just need to write logic only for the first line, okay? So that's how exactly it does. So it's very simple for me. Just max of values if I do, I should be able to find out the step. So let's see how exactly they're doing it, okay? So integer, I'm just first converting that into integer max of value and min of value. So this is what I tried. So in your program, you might be finding only max of value. So this is where I played around and find out the max and min. Okay. So what I'm trying to do is int writable values. So every values from here. Okay. This is actually a intelligent for loop. It's a latest. I mean, it's not the latest. I think even 1.6 had this for loop. So what's happening? So this array will automatically push the data inside this value. This values is the multiple thing, and this value will have one single value. What it means is, in case it's not clear, so it can understand all these arrays. This value is containing 0, 1, 0, 2, 0. I mean, till December, right? So at one occurrence, what it's going to do, it's going to throw this particular value into the variable. This particular value will be pushed inside this value. Okay, and now what I need to do, in temperature value equal to value.get. So value.get, that means I'm going to get this particular value, right, inside temperature value, right? And then what is going to do? It's just going to compare the previous value and the max value. So max value is going to be stored in with the temp value. So first data. So very simple logic, guys. I mean, it's just a logic for finding out a maximum number from, you might have seen in your engineering or your graduation stuff. So how exactly you can find the maximum? Where is it? How exactly you can find the maximum of a number, right? First, you're going to store that particular number and then keep comparing with the next number. That's exactly the logic being applied over here. So what you're doing, first store this number and then compare this number with this number, next number with this number, this number with this number, and find out which is the maximum value, and then try it out. I mean, then bring that particular number over here. That's exactly what we're trying to do. Okay. So once I got my max value, so then I write my logic, math equal to maths of this particular, comparing this particular two values and finding out maths and putting it in the max value. It goes in a loop. That's where it's going to find out the max value. Okay. So this is the value. Finally, I'll end up having my maximum value, right? And then since it was a data which was supposed to be divided by 10, that's the reason I'm doing this, because I'm going to get a data. By looking at the data, I understood that if it's going to be 10 degrees Celsius or 23 degrees Celsius, it is showing me 230, which was not correct. So I just divided it by 10, so that making it 23.4 or something of that sort. Okay, so that's the reason I have divided by 10, and then I'm going to write exactly the same thing, key and a value into my context.write, and this is how exactly I'm generating my MapReduce program. Okay. So now let's quickly run through this program and see how exactly it looks like. Okay, let's run. I mean, everyone fine with this, or at least half fine with this? So you can. First thing is you have to be a little thorough with the MapReduce concept, which we explained yesterday. So in case you are not very clear, just make sure you're listening to those videos again and finding it out. Let me see. Okay, my recording is there in place. All right. Okay, now let's quickly run through this program. So now I need to find this. What is the first step that I need to do? I had that file 1920 in my CD data, I believe. cd data ls 19 star. So this is my data I'm talking about, right? I need to place this in my Hadoop environment, correct? So HDFS, I have already done that with the put command, HDFS DFS minus put, taken 1920 to slash shaji slash data input, is it? Slash shaji slash data slash input. Huh? That which I have not placed it over there. Okay, so let's pick it up from here now. Slash data session. Now, first thing what I need to do, I need to create a jar out of it, right? So how exactly I'm going to do? Maps temperature. Right click over here. You guys remember the step what we did? Creating a jar out of it. How the build path and all those things, you may have to refer to the previous videos. Recordings are there already available. That's where. So we'll quickly make only the jar. So I have right click, runnable jar, next. I'm going to make it inside exec empty02.jar. Okay. And I'm going to finish it off empty02. It's creating a jar just with a warning message, which is fine. Now what I need to do, I'm going to execute that particular jar. So let me look into where exactly that was placed. So this is cd home, cd exec, that is where exactly I placed my jar in ls. So my jar is empty, which is my maximum temperature. Empty and minimum temperature. Empty02 is what I created, right? So the command for me to run is Hadoop jar empty02.jar. Okay, and it itself know which is the first the class that needs to be picked up, which is the max temperature class. So it's going to pick it up, but I just need to mention over here /rg slash data HDFS path input and 1920. Okay, and then I'm going to mention /rg slash output 02 because 01 is already existing for me. Let's see if it's working fine. No, there is some issue. What happened? Permission denied. Permission denied. Use Cloudera execute shaji data input. Shaji data input permission denied. Why exactly is that error coming up? STFS GFS minus LS shaji. So slash input slash input. Oh, sorry. Slash input. Okay. Oh, I think that is a pretty strange error. I mean, what I did is I have just changed my directory, but I'm interested to know why exactly that error. Permission denied. Cloudera shaji.input. I mean, that's exactly the same permission even I have for the other folder. That worked fine. Why not shaji data input? Read, write, read, and read. Yeah, because that's all I need. Read and read. And what is the permission that I have over here for read, write, read, and read? This worked fine. That didn't work. I'm not sure what exactly is that. Okay, so basically we have executed the program, and we have where we store our data output 02, right? So let's look into shaji output 02. Shaji output 02. So this is exactly what it is. Shaji output 02, part 000, copy and paste. And we're going to see the result as we need to see both min and max, right? That is the logic which I written. So this is max and this is the minimum temperature, max and min, both. So that's how exactly I would have written my data in. Where is my program? Yeah. So maps reducer, this is the one. So context.write, temperature value. So what I did is I have just max value plus min value. I put it in the one single string, which is temperature value. And then I wrote it in the, this is exactly what the logic I applied. And temperature value is being put in. Written over here. But this logic is incorrect. Okay. I mean, later I realized what I'm doing is not correct. But logic is, I mean, my intention was just to make a MapReduce run with two values throwing into my buffer. That's all my intention was, which I was succeeded in, but the logic is incorrect. I mean, you can also try playing around with multiple value coming in, how exactly you need to treat and all those things. Okay. So this is output what we received. Any questions on this? Maximum data, minimum data. So this is our output from the reducer part. This is my date, temperature max, temperature min. Anything before we go on to the next one? Everyone is fine or no one is fine? Not clear what we were doing? I mean, not fully got the grip of it. What exactly is happening with the system? I mean, what exactly was happening with the program, or what was it that prevent you from writing in S? Or you're okay listening to the recording once and then? Yeah, I would recommend that. Then so listen to this recording. I mean, in case if something is not clear, and then if you are not able to catch up with the pace, we'll have the discussion in our next session. Okay. So let's move on to the one other part which someone was explaining, which is what my secondary name node part, right? This is something which we promised to get this done. So you guys, so I'm just putting a logical break and moving to the next one. So is that fine? So you may have three programs now. One more program you might be getting in our shared drive. So try to play around with all these three programs. So
Shachi, yeah, small doubt.
Sure. Go ahead, please.
You have to write the Java code separately for reducer class and mapper class. Is it necessary that we have to write separately for?
No, not really. So this example, we have put it up into three different classes, right?
Yeah.
So this I have three different classes, whereas my word count example, I just placed everything in one single class, right? So I have mapper in the same class.
That's why I got confused.
Yeah, you can do it on your own way. It's up to you. If you want to make it in a separate class, you can do that, or you can put everything in together.
If we do it in a separate class, there should be any linkage provided to it?
Not really. How exactly it's getting linked, as you can see over here, it's coming under the same package, right? So it's going to tell. Where is it? So this is where it's going to. It needs to be under the same package. Then only it's going to pick it up. Okay. That is a key. That is a key thing.
Okay. So there should not be any external link which is provided in the code.
No, you don't need to provide any external. So this I have picked it up in the default package. So you can see something if I want to. So we have ran this word count example yesterday, right? So where we have mentioned, so I have given the first as my package name, right? So you would have seen the package name written over there. Say package first. So this is exactly how we need to give. So in case if you have a different project being given and the package, just mention the package name. So it whatever comes inside the class comes inside that particular package, it's intelligent enough to pick that up. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So in case we are not completely from the Java, this thing, try to play around with all those things, giving it to a different this thing. So that's where you feel confident about what exactly you're trying to do. So create in a different class, create in the same class, and how does it differ, and all those things. Try to experiment. So you have this program in place where we have mentioned as package first, and then we are looping it everything together in one single class, and this is the multiple class scenario. Okay. Anything before we are moving ahead with the next one, secondary name node and the name node scenario? So I guess we may have to wind up with the secondary name node. We may not have time for picking up big in today's session. Okay. All right. So so what we explained about name node, remember what exactly is a name node, what exactly is a I'm actually is everyone agree in agreement for your understanding on this MapReduce programming stuff? You're fine with it, or half semi fine with it, or you'll be able to pick it up from the next listening to the recording and stuff like that, so that we can move ahead with this secondary name node concept. Semi fine. All right, Ravi. So I would highly recommend just go through this recording once, get it in sync, and see what exactly is the program doing. It's a pretty straightforward and nicely written program. I would definitely recommend you guys to go through that. This is word count, right? Yeah. Go through this program, and then you will be able to get a grip of it. What exactly is the program doing? Okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't expect you to know. I mean, completely with the first instance itself, you will be able to grasp everything. That's not possible. So, but if you're semi-fine, it's pretty good. So now, and this is exactly the program which will be written in our Hadoop definitive guide, the one which I'm talking about. And I guess this will be the same program which has been shared also by the Cargill. So we should be able to play around with that. Okay. With that being said, let's move on to the next one, which is our, where is it? Yeah. The name node and the secondary name node. This is what we're going to explain now. Okay. So everyone remember the name node concept and all, which we said very long time back. We had a name node and the poor guy data node and all those things. You're able to recollect what exactly we did, who is communicating with what, all those things. And what is the responsibility of the secondary name node? Can I replace? Okay, the moment okay, good. So I have a name node running. Suddenly, what happened? My system crash, which was my name node. My name node crash. What is the remedy with which I can bring up my system back?
Secondary name node.
Okay. Any more answers? So Ramya is telling my name node crashed. Immediately, my secondary name node is going to come up and do the stuff for me.
No, that will not happen.
Okay.
Secondary name node is again required to create all the name node for that, and then only it can again start.
Yeah, exactly, right. So the moment my name node crash, secondary name node cannot do this activity. So it's not like the moment my name node goes down, secondary name node is telling, okay, the poor fellow, he's gone, he's dead. What now we need to do? He need to wait for another new guy to come in. Okay, secondary name node will wait for a replacement for this master. Okay, the name node, and the moment he gets a new person in, that's the time he'll take whatever copy he had, give it to that new person, and then ask him to act as a new name node. Okay, that's exactly what's going to happen. He cannot act himself as a new master. He has complete information on it, but he's not ready to take up this responsibility, or he don't want to completely own this system, own this stuff. So what he'll do? Let the new person come in, let the new name node come in, and then I'll share all my knowledge to that particular person. So nothing but taking all this copy of it, placing it to him, and then that's how exactly I'm going to act as a new, create a new master for me. Okay, that's exactly been done. Okay, So how exactly it's been done? There is two components to it. There is something known as an FS image, and there is something known as an edit log. So you remember how exactly I'm getting that? How exactly a data node is getting information? How exactly is a name node getting information about the files and all those things from the data node? Let me ask some of this now. Question and answer sessions now. Let me see how effective was I conveying this thing. My question is, how exactly name node knows the information about a data node? Okay, let me get one step behind. Okay, okay, that was my question now. All right, yeah.
Shaji, it is using a edit log and FS image.
Yeah, edit log and FS image. Did I explain edit node and FS image? No. Okay, so you should not be telling if that means you have done an additional reading over here. Not really with edit node. So how exactly? My question is, yes, write FS image and edit log, but how exactly is name node able to understand the information about the data node? There should be some mechanism with which the data node should get the data. Or okay, I have my new baby born, which is emp.txt. How exactly the name node is able to recognize that a new emp.txt has been arrived in the data node?
Data node sends signals every 3 seconds all the information to the name node.
Great. Okay.
And that information is kept by the name node.
You are half right, as Ravi said. Semi right. Not really. There is one more process. So heartbeat signal is just a signal which tells I am alive. Friend, I am still in a healthy state. That's exactly information that name node is going to tell with a heartbeat signal. There is one more guy in place who is really doing one more task, which we explained. Heartbeat signal, what is the frequency of an heartbeat signal?
3 seconds.
Great. 3 seconds is the heartbeat signal rate. There is one more guy who's going to send one more information is getting passed from data node to the name node. What exactly is that? Remember, there is every 10th heartbeat signal we send something else to the name node.
It's kind of some data that block report.
Exactly, that's block report. Great to know. Okay, you guys are able to recollect it. Great. So it's block report. So every 10 seconds, and that's exactly the block report with which this information is being passed on from the data node to the name node. That's exactly what is happening. Great. So all this while, so that block report information will keep on coming into this edit log. Okay. So how exactly we need to understand this FS image information? The moment I start my name node, what is going to happen is this FS image. Okay, this FS image from this is my this is my hard drive. Okay, and this is my memory. The orange color is my memory. The orange inside this particular orange is my memory. Memory in the sense RAM. Okay, and this is my hard drive. Fine. So the moment I restart my machine, what exactly is going to happen is this, whatever data sitting inside this FS image will be picked up and kept it into my RAM. And that's one of the key reasons why you need to have a huge amount of RAM for my name node. Okay. So that FS image data is being picked up and put in the RAM. Okay. First task is done. Now what I need to do, anytime a new data is coming inside my name node, so new file is going to come, emp.txt1, emp.txt2, any of those information, that information as a block report needs to go to the name node, and that information will be updated into the edit log, which again is another memory. This also is going to go and sit in the memory. Okay. Is that fine? Now, FS image, I have it in my main memory. Edit log is keep updating from the main memory, and it keeps on happening. Okay. Now, what's going to happen is, at one stage, I need to merge both these things, right? So this is actually a huge process. Okay. So that's where a secondary name node comes into place. What secondary name node is going to do is, it's going to pick up this FS image. Okay. it's going to pick up, basically, in fact, from the main memory, it's going to pick up this FS image to its own memory, to secondary name node memory. And what it's going to do is, it's going to copy this edit log, okay? Copy this edit log to the memory of the secondary name node, okay? And what it do? Immediately, it creates a new edit log, okay? The moment it copies it, it creates a new edit log, okay? And then take this down to a hard disk. It's again, just put it in the hard disk. From the memory, it will bring it down to hard disk, but there is another guy, there is a new guy is coming and sitting over here, which is having no data now. Okay, which is flush. Data is completely flush from this particular, that's the intention behind. So my intention is, whenever I copy this edit log data to my secondary name node, I just need to delete the entire data present over here, because I'm going to merge these two things in the FS image, and then I'm going to store it over here inside my hard drive. So next time when it needs to pick up, so basically what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to lessen the burden of name node from doing this edit process, the merging process. That's exactly what I'm trying to do. So in case of a name node crash, that's exactly my process going to help me. Okay, I'm going to explain it once again. So till block report, everyone is clear, right? From the block report, now what is going to happen is, I have two processes, FS image and edit log. Edit log is nothing but it keeps on updating. Whenever the block report sends data, that will be sent into my edit log. Okay. And I have one more process, one more system, which I said FS image, which is nothing but the accumulated data from the past history. So I have opened my this particular system for past 1 month, or it's running from past 1 year. Okay. All this data is being kept in the hard drive of FS image. Is it clear? FS image part. So now what needs to be done is this FS image part. So why exactly I'm doing this merging process? Any idea? Okay. You may have to think a little more in deep when I ask this question. Why exactly an FS image and an edit log merge is important? You may not be able to give a blind answer, because there is some sort of a thought process that needs to go in place. Why is it important for having this both? What I said, this both are sitting in the memory, right? This FS image is in the memory, edit log is also in the memory. Okay. What I'm now telling is, I want that data, which is both sitting in the memory, to be in my hard drive. Why? Why do you think? Any random guesses?
If suppose the SSN senior name node also crashes, at that time it can take from that hard disk.
Sorry, is this Vineet? Ravi.
Ravi.
Ravi. Can you repeat that? Okay, secondary name node. Okay, what will happen? Secondary name node. See, there is nothing wrong and right. Okay, no issues in. Make sure you're coming up with some concept, so that exactly the way we said. If it's wrong, that wrong stuff will register in you, and you'll be able to correct it in the right way. Okay, so make sure you're putting in your thoughts. Just throw in your ideas and all those things, so that we can have a discussion and everyone will be able to understand the concept. Go ahead, Ravi.
We are keeping the FS image and edit log in the hard disk, because if sometime it got crashes, suppose we don't have the access and data as well. At that time, we can pick the data from the hard disk, which is a persistent one, and we can again link and make an SSN.
Great. That's exactly. Then SNN, which is secondary name node. Then important for this part, you covered your answer. The correct answer almost over there. So basically, think of a scenario when my name node dies. Okay, if I would not have take this data into my persistent memory, which is my hard drive. Okay, what will happen? This edit log information and FS image information. FS image anyway, it's there because it's been picked up from here. But edit log information is completely dead, right? This edit log is completely dead. So what will happen? I will not have whatever information is being placed over in the edit log. So new files coming into my data node, all this information is lost, right? So just to prevent such kind of scenario, it's very important for me to bring up my memory information to my persistent storage, which is nothing but merge two things together and bring it into my hard drive, and with a repetitive fashion. So this particular thing can happen in 1 hour time period. It can happen into a 15 minutes time period. It can happen in 5 minutes time period, 1 minute. That depends on the administrator, how he want to set it. Is that clear?
Yes. What does FS image and edit log contains? It's what data it contains?
The block report. The block report data that has been sent by the data node is being stored inside FS image and edit log. Is that fine?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So basically, what I want to tell you is, think of a scenario. You are going to freshly start a system. Okay. Today you are freshly going to start. Your Hadoop is nowhere. Today is the day, the D-day chosen for implementing the Hadoop stuff. Okay. Could you please repeat only the merge part? Merge part is required. Okay. Yeah. That's exactly what I'm doing, Punesh. So you have only this is the first day your Hadoop is in place. Okay. And the new, just like a new guy entering to a new restaurant. So a new client is coming with a request. This is my first inaugural emp.txt file going to come to you. Okay. So basically what it needs to do, it needs to slice it into different block pieces and it's going to get distributed to a different data node. Okay. All these things happen. And this particular node, whichever we are having, needs to keep sending the block report information, right? So very first block report information, nothing is going to be there in FS image. I do not have anything in the FS image, right? It's pretty empty. Okay. So FS image does not have anything, but edit log has started getting information because it's a new day for me. New information start coming in. Okay. Within 1 year time, 1 hour time, my the edit log keeps pushing in so many data coming in, and it's contained some data now. Think like some 10 rows got added into it. FS image is empty. It doesn't have any data to it. Now what's going to happen is, this time period is what I have fixed for my secondary name node as my backup frequency. So what it's going to do, whatever is the data sitting in this FS image, it will be pulled in by the secondary name node, and this is empty now. Okay. Also, this edit log will be copied to the secondary name node, and the moment it successfully copied, what it will do is, the moment copy triggers, immediately it will flush this data and it will make a backup of it. It will delete this data and keep a backup in the actual node, persistent node. Over here, it will create a backup. Okay, so that in case of any issue happens, it's there is a backup available for it. That's the intention behind it. The backup is made, and that particular data is being pulled over here. And this secondary name node merge these two things together. Okay, once the merging is completed, then it's go and sit in the FS image. Okay, then what will happen? This edit log is empty now, right? Some 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock is the information over here, and that 10 to 11 information went over here. Now 11 to 12, a new edit log is created. Which is empty now, and that will start collecting the data from 11 to 12. That start collecting the data. Okay, so what happened? This entire merged data is sitting in the FS image now. Okay, so this will pick up only on the next restart of my system. This is going to pick up. Okay, then it will go. This FS image information is going to come over here. Next, FS image information is going to come over here, and I do have the edit log information as well, right? So the moment this process happened, So the moment this process happened, even the new FS image information, I should pick it up and then place into my memory, so that any new request comes in, I know, okay, there is a data sitting over here, and I will have my new edit log as well. So which is going to process my data in every 1 year. Every 1 hour or maybe defined frequency. This process keeps on continuing, and the data get into the main memory and the persistent memory. It keeps switching, and the data get whenever the client sends a new request, it's going to pick it up from here and redirect it accordingly. Is this clear? Or still there is confusion how exactly things are happening? Very simple concept. Don't get into too much of details. These two things are there. Just copying it over here. Once it's copied, just take it over to FS image, take this data back to the memory, and this will be emptied out. Any new information coming up keeps on coming to the edit log, merge it, copy it over here, again merge it in a defined frequency, maybe another 15 minutes, store it again back over here, pick it up again back to the memory, keep repeating this cycle. That's exactly what is happening. I'm assuming this is fine. Yeah.
Saji, I have a small doubt.
Sure.
First, after copying in the SNN and merging, after that it's copied to the hard disk, or it's just copy and then it merged?
Yes, it's copied to the hard. After this is done, it's copied to the hard disk. That's the first task, and that is being picked up by the main memory again. This needs to go back to the main memory again. So first, this will happen. After that, this is going to happen. Is that fine?
Okay. Okay.
That's exactly what has been done. Punesh, is that clear now? The merge part of it, what we spoke about. This merging part, how exactly it's been picked up from the secondary name node and then do a merge. Okay, now we have 7 more minutes, so let's open up for any questions in terms of whether this MapReduce programming or this one. Is there any questions? And
after merging, also the name is same, FS image only. FS image and edit log we are merging, right?
Yes, so after merging, this will have underscore backup kind. FS image underscore. The previous one which was existing, it will have underscore maybe 10th version. But the actual one, this will be FS image back again. It'll keep on changing it. Then the next version comes in, it'll make it as underscore version 11. So the old one will be, the naming convention will be changed for the old one. It'll make it as version 12, version 3, but the new one will be FS image again. So the moment it sees that FS image, that's where it's actually going to pick up and put in the main memory. The remaining will have a different version being keep updated, multiple versions. That's just for a backup purpose. So in case of any disaster and a kind of thing happen, how exactly they can pull the data back in. That's the intention behind copying. Keep maintaining those multiple versions. So at some point of time, administrator will have to do some sort of a housekeeping activity over here, clean up those data and all those things. But yeah, so that data loss prevention, we do maintain a underscore version numbering backup. This can be even timestamp. It all depends on how exactly they want to do it. It can be even version number, underscore timestamp. However you want to do it, you can do it.
In a scenario when name node dies, what happens actually?
Okay, in a scenario where name node dies, so this is no more there with me. What has happened? This two stuff is gone, right? But this FS image information is sitting in this secondary name node, correct? It has the complete FS image information, right? So what it'll do is a new name node comes in place, and this is going to copy that same FS image information to the new name node which came in. Okay, and that new name node is take that FS image, copy it into this main memory, and it will start behaving it. And the host address, which is recognizing the name node, that host name should be changed. So basically, how exactly this connection was established with the data node, that exact same connectivity should be established for the new name node, so that it can recognize its parent, its slaves or its child node. Because this new node which came in should be able to communicate with the data node, right? So that host IP should be changed in the name node, and then it start behaving exactly the same way. So this start.
And who does it actually?
This is a manual administrative task. It's a single point of failure. There is no automated mechanism which does it. An administrator, and Hadoop administrator need to do this task of manually taking the IP in and then pointing it to a data node and then bringing the system back in.
Okay. If suppose SNN dies in that scenario?
SNN dies, we actually don't care. To be frank, yeah, if SNN dies, we'll have to bring up a new SNN and place it over there. But because if SNN dies, we don't have any data issue as such, right? So we'll have to just bring in a new SNN. There is no copy or anything required. Immediately it will take up this particular. It needs to pick up. So that's what we said, right? I have an underscore copy of image, all those things. So this is also a manual process now. If SNN dies, so what will happen? So all this data from here needs to be copied to the SNN, and then the IP needs to be connected back. So this connectivity needs to be established back again, and then it's going to go up and start up and running. But yeah, as far as the data loss, downtime is not there when an SNN dies, is what I actually meant by that. So when I said I don't care, what I meant is downtime is not there. But SSN plays a predominant role of this copying part, so that way it's very important. But with my secondary, with my Hadoop 2 version, I do have an active and a passive name node itself, and secondary name node as well. I do have a name node. I do have a passive name node, which shares exact. So the moment block report is being sent, one block report is even sent to my passive name node. So immediately, the moment it dies, automatically this passive one will take care of it. So SNN's role is negated over there, but still we do have an SNN for even secondary name. Hadoop 2 version as well. Is that clear?
But suppose, as you told that within particular period for 15-20 minutes or 1 hour, from name node data copies to SNN, right?
Yeah.
And if SNN dies, then in that scenario, if nobody cares, and data will accumulate in name node, and it will.
That's correct.
Again, name node will also die with that load.
Not really. So this depends on how much memory it can actually. So basically in the real-time implementation, what you see is my name node might be having the current system of mine. It's close to 94 GB data is what my name node memory is. So it has a pretty huge amount of data being sit over here. Yes, but as you said, it's in our normal minimal implementation. What we're doing, and the huge amount of data is being played around, then we are under threat. So definitely. It's an administrator job to make sure every system is up and running. So if he finds secondary name node is dead, he needs to bring this back. Otherwise, at one point of time, we are in trouble. Because anytime if name node dies, then there is no comeback for the rest of the data. So yes, that part is key. But in the Hadoop 2 version, it's automatically taken care by the passive name node. Active and passive. So the passive one, which takes care of the such kind of scenario. So your point is really valid. So it's administrative task. If he's running Hadoop 1 version, it's his task to make sure that secondary name node is up and running. So in case if he sees a failure, he need to bring back the secondary name node up so that the data that frequency get matched and the data is being properly backed up. Any more questions? So I think today's session has gotten to two mode. So when I restarted my computer, it would have been sliced into 2 different parts. So maybe I'll make it today's session as part 1, part 2. That's how I'll name it and put it in. So I think it's session number 7, right? So session 7 may have part 1 and part 2. Okay, it's sharp 8. So in case if you don't have anything more, let's reconvene on the next Tuesday. So make sure you try to play around with the 3 new programs that is being given to you. Try to edit, and in case, it should be all Google information. So if you're not able to figure out something, Google it, and you should be able to pick those data values and all those things. So you should be able to play around with that. Make sure you're practicing it. Let an error come. That error, when you Google and find out, you will get, for trying to solve that one particular error, you may get 5 additional new knowledge. So that's the beauty of Google, in fact. So that's where many people would have thrown their suggestion, thrown their kind of error, what they face. So that's the best way to learn it. I think someone had some question. Yeah, please.
Saji, is there a situation when failure of some node?
Yeah. I'm actually losing you. Hello? Who was speaking? Let me do one thing. I guess all of you guys have. Let's pick up one by one. Who was speaking? Was it Vinny? Was it Siddharth? One person just. I think your voice was little dragging as well. So there is some. But try it out, or you can just mention in the chat what you're trying to say if there is too much of a background noise. Are you guys there? Punish, I guess. Okay. Punish, I mean, in case if you think there is too much of background, okay, failure of any node impacting other nodes. No, node is not going to impact any other node because we do have a replication stored in my other nodes, right? So it is intelligent enough to automatically pick up from the new node and give the data back, right? That's possible. So in case of my name, the data node 1, I think that was been explained with our initial slide, right? So whenever it fails, it'll find out what are the files available in that particular node, and based on that information, it's going to pick it up the remaining file. Let me bring you that. This is exactly what we said. So name node failure. This fails. What will happen? This whatever is the file available over here will be picked up by this, and then it start behaving, and immediately it will make a replica on the available system. This is what we explained in the first. I hope my problem with VM will get done as soon as possible. Sure. I'll definitely make sure they're trying to get this solved by today. So you tried maximum all the Google in scenario, and yes, I think when I discussed with him, he was aware of that issue. So basically, Satyam was aware of that issue. So basically, but he said he was not able to find your node. Rami, I would request you to just send whatever email you have sent, just forward it once again to support us so that he need not dig into. There might be multiple guys who that email box might be flooding. So urgent or something, support desk, support@acadguild.com, right? You guys have that email ID. Hope everyone has that email ID. In case if you don't have, this is the email ID which was there in our session number 2. See, support@acadguild.com. This is the email ID I'm talking about. Try to restart and enter the BIOS. Yeah, that's exactly what you need to do. BIOS and enable the Intel virtual technology. Yeah. So that's exactly what you need to do. Thanks, Vinod, for this thing. But if your laptop is pretty new one, finding out this exact stuff is not that easy because I've seen it has been drilled down to a different location and you have to update it. So if you Google it, pretty much you should be able to find this information. How exactly updating a BIOS for running my VM machine. But even I'll ask Satya to give you a ring and then try to get that support done. But if you do it on your own, it will be a learning experience for you. So just try it out. Thanks, Vinny. Yeah. So this is exactly what you need to do, is what I feel. Yeah. So Vineet, I mean, you had the same issue or something, and you try to set it up. Maybe in that case, maybe if you want, Remy. Oh, okay. So why don't you want to contact Vineet and get this? Try to even that can be done. So in case if you find too many, this thing that's also the possibility. So I mean, if you guys are okay with it. Anyway, I'll be having a word with Satyam to contact you. So in case before that, if you have some time or if you guys want to get that sorted in advice, please go ahead and do that. Because I didn't face this issue, but because I don't think the Mac has really this issue coming up. But one of my previous participants had it, so he had to. I mean, we were trying to get this done, but we were not able to do it, and he had to call up the support desk because the latest machine have some sort of a different setup than the previous one. So that's where it is. So if nothing more, we'll just wind up, and you all guys speak to you all on Tuesday, and if try to send. I mean, any issue that you're facing, make sure you're sending it to support us, and try to get this resolved. Okay.
Actually, data document data is not having that data. Means whatever you told means in the shared document in the Google Drive.
Okay. What data it's not having?
Means you share some documents, right? That documents I'm not finding in my
which document, Ravi?
This one ACD BD Session2 and some more documents you sent, right, for this maximum temperature purpose. And
okay, so there should be a different. I mean, this is the one which I picked up from the Google. So I mean, if you guys want, I mean, I am okay with sharing it, but they wanted to maintain a consistency. So where you will be finding it is, let me see. I hope my Gmail is open without any issue. Okay, Gmail. All right. Sorry. Where was it? Drive, right? I need to go inside the drive. Let me go inside the drive. So this is the one which I'm talking about, and this one. This one, you looked into this one? Temperature stuff? This is the one I'm talking about. So this is temperature rar, word count rar, how to step-by-step information of how exactly you need to execute a MapReduce programming. And this is one addition. I mean, this you guys can look into it and start doing it.
Is it there in session 6 MapReduce?
Yes, it's inside session 6 MapReduce, correct. This is the one. Okay. So there is a new folder created for that. Okay, that's where you need to look into.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Actually, so here I'm only seeing the video here.
You are not able to see. Oh, okay.
Yeah, got it. Yeah, got it. Yeah.
Fine. Okay. Okay, guys. Then nothing more. Speak to you on next Tuesday. Yeah. You all have a great day ahead. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks.